Hey, Dragon Guy, fancy seeing you on here. The I'm putting this video up on a different channel altogether. You see by some of the videos on this channel, I showed some of the things that I had collected at one point in time, or that I still collect. Items of a metallic nature, particularly coins and artifacts. Well, here's something interesting that I'm working on. Oh yeah, okay. It's my own design. Notice it's not sharp yet. Just still cutting it out. It's titanium. That shit is hard to work with. I just had that sitting here on my desk. Just thought I'd show it to you. But that's the kind of stuff I collect and what I do as my hobby, if you will. I tried to convince my wife to make a video to you showing off her baseball card collection because she is a die-hard baseball cards collector. Not just baseball cards, but baseball memorabilia, things of the sort. And when I first met her and she was collecting, she was picking up the new cards and things like that. These are Upper Decks from 1990. Now, we have literally drawers full of complete sets of these, not just flares, but other things as well. And those aren't bragging rights, because honest to God, I've taken these and looked them up. Very few are worth anything. It got to where in the mid-'80s, I guess, every Tom, Dick, and Harry started putting out baseball cards. You can get your Beckett manuals. We pick them up like every 6 months when they come up. And you start looking through all the different tops and the fleers and the upper decks and studios and card after card after card. And it just got to where I guess a lot of these card makers were jumping on the bandwagon and making cards because people liked to collect them. But what these are worth, from what I found out, is they're worth paperweight. Not a paperweight you put on your desk. They're worth what they would be worth to scrap paper or to recycle paper. So I got her into collecting some of the, not necessarily the unknown baseball card and memorabilia makers, but the lesser knowns and the vintage cards and stuff. A good example, and she keeps stuff in plastic or in sleeves. But these are made by Scholastic. It's a good example of, you won't find them in the Beckett manual. They're little books about, and they were put out in, when were they put out? I think they were like in 1960 something. But little school books. Mickey Mantle, Lou Gehrig, Jackie Robinson, Ted Williams, Great Bambino. I thought those were pretty cool. We find these like at yard sales and places like that. It's amazing where you can find good baseball collectibles. I mean, hell, she's got bobbleheads, this and that. And I've got a bunch of stuff sitting here on the bed. I was going to show you, but yeah, with baseball card collecting, people need to get back into the vintage cards and things like that, and that's where they've got the real collectability, I guess. Some old baseball from the that's coming apart, 30s, 40s, and what have you. This was found just like this, so we didn't put that together, but mainly Atlanta is who's on this. She is a diehard Cardinals fan. And so when we put this together, when Sammy Sosa and Mark McGwire had their home run race, we've got cards from Sosa and McGwire. There's literally, I can't dig out everything she's got, but she's got volume upon volume of Mark McGwire. Guess kind of makes me kind of jealous, but nah. But then she just has some of the stuff that she keeps in the hard plastic, the more collectible cards. Generally when they're autographed or they're a higher dollar card. Bobby Shantz from, what team did he play for? The Athletics. Just hard to look all over these cards and find out what year it's from and what have you. Born in 1925, blah, blah, blah. Oh, I see why she collected that one. That's an error card, I guess. It's cut off at the top. You get into some of the game-used cards where they've got a part of their either uniform, part of the baseball, a chunk of bat, something or other. Jim Davenport played third base and shortstop for the Giants. There's the Cardinals team from what year, I don't know. Nolan Ryan, an autographed Nolan Ryan. Notice there's up in here where it says $7.50. That's what we paid for the card. I don't know how many years ago, but it's in a light plastic sleeve and then in the hard plastic. So that's not actually written on the card itself. The autograph is. There's another game used. Darryl Spencer of the New York Giants. Clint Courtney of the Washington Senators. There's an old card. Rip Coleman, Kansas City. The Kansas City A's. See, I honest to God don't know much about the baseball cards, but that caught my eye right there. It's, you know, like the Senators, they're an old team, not in existence anymore. And the Kansas City A's are now the Oakland A's, and Kansas City is now the Royals. There's a McGuire card from when he was with the A's. There's the Senators team. Here's some that, you know, back when baseball cards first came out, a lot of people don't realize that baseball cards were tobacco cards. You would get these in a pack of cigarettes. Tommy Leach of Pittsburgh. It's from 1910 from Sweet Caporal cigarettes. Here's a card. Let's see if anybody can recognize that. Tobacco card. Honus Wagner. And it would be worth millions if it was real. Baseball autographed by all the team members of the Detroit Tigers. We looked it up at one point in time for which year it was. You know, you try to read the players on it. I did look up the year, and it was from back in the 1960s, but it's kept in a nice little baseball protector thing. But anyway, I was going to get my wife to make this video. She didn't want to, but just thought I'd make a video that I see you. Why do you keep changing accounts? God damn it, stick around for a while. Good day.